Gum and felony you're in the middle of right now.
2 bingos.
We're definitely taking that.
Ozzy's here! What day is it? July 21st?
I have no idea. I traveled from the future.
From the future?
From the past.
From the past into the future. It's like 2.
Let me help you go.
Ozzy's here. He got here this morning, 7 a.m. He flew in, right?
7 a.m. It was 4 for me.
4 for you. Took a little nap. I know Ozzy from LA. He worked at Starbucks with me. We're just best buds now. I already took Ozzy to the jungle, the thrift store. He'd spent all of his spending budget for the week.
That's it.
That's it.
Can't spend anything else.
We're gonna have to sit here and terrorize Miko for the rest of the day.
$1 pizza from now on.
$1 pizza from now on. That's how I've been living. We have to go into Manhattan. I have to get my hair cut. We gotta find some Pokemon. And then quit eating that. And then we're going to Iron Maiden tomorrow. Alright, let's go though. Thrash. We gotta get going. Since Ozzy's gonna go on the tour of New York, I'm gonna take everyone with me to the tour to see all of the scenic sights. This is a guy that is not recognized enough in modern culture. Senior Pony Man in Union Square. I don't think anybody knows who he is. Gonna get my hair cut. It's gonna be real slick again. It's not gonna be shaggy. It's not gonna be bumpy. It's gonna be real thrash for Iron
For the low price of $45.
$45,000. There it is, a $75 haircut. You get hot towel, they brush your teeth, they comb your eyebrows, they do everything. They give you whiskey, whatever you need. We're going to Times Square, getting run over by cars, eating ice cream. What is going on? And Haagen-Dazs, they chased us for a mile. They're going around, they're looking for the most handsome men in New York. And they're only giving the ice cream to them. They're only giving the free ice cream to the handsome guys. They chased down Ozzy, right? And they're like, you guys are so handsome. And I see that you're a YouTuber to Ozzy. They're like, you need to promote us because we need more handsome people eating our ice cream or else we're gonna go out of business. So that's, there you go. There you go, Haagen-Dazs. You can mail the check to 1,500. Alright, so we're coming up on Times Square right now. We're almost there. Catching this Meganium. And here's a little bit of backstory about Times Square. So, before it was like common to carry around cell phones, watches, and clocks and everything, you had to go to Times Square to get the time. No matter where you were in the entire world, you had to go to Times Square. So like, people would send out, like you would literally work for your city or country or wherever it is, you'd go to Times Square, New York, and you would get the time and bring it back. You had to count the entire way back. If you lost it, you had to come back into Times Square and figure it out again, and then count it all the way back to wherever you came from.
True story.
There we are, most expensive restaurant in New York City, right there. Hard Rock. You don't think so?
How much is the steak there? Surround you until you go to. It's already stuffed with cheese and peppers. That you can load with chili, cheese, jalapeno peppers, onions, whatever you like. Whatever you want. Relish, ketchup, mustard, whatever you want to put on. And a bagel. $2.22. Hashtag hater hobo. Hashtag hater hobo. Do you have a hashtag? I do. Hashtag hater hobo. I know this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me like the back of my hand, like the back of the city. Dude, I'm a celebrity. Viral on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Get a chance, look at the hashtag HaterHobo. And I'm one of these crooks. Normally my son says, fuck you, pay me. I've been on Howard Stern show, OP Jim Norton show, Rick Voss podcast, Bonfire Dan Soderbergh, Jefferson, Sandy Kane show, Tommy Sotomayor show, again against Sandy Kane, where I go all day, TV all the time.
I just met my first celebrity. I'm so pumped. How do you feel?
Oh,
You didn't know you'd be meeting the celebrity your first day. Starstruck. Look at him. Fucking running this shit right there.
Hater Hobo.
Hater Hobo. Everyone follow Hater Hobo. We've completely walked through Times Square. It was intense. But frankly, I'm pretty disappointed because it seems like they've completely lost track of their routes. There's not one clock on any of the advertisements, any of the TVs, not one single clock out of that entire Times Square. Look at that. Do you see that? Do you see any clock? Do you see the time anywhere? They've completely lost it. They've lost their fucking minds.
Lost it.
Lost it. Told Ozzy I'd get him the most expensive meal we could find in New York City. We're almost here. The reservations are in place. You just have to get our table. What are you gonna get?
Still haven't decided.
I think I'm gonna get the cheese. Sound good? Okay, here it is. This is the place. It's Gordon Ramsay's own 99-cent fresh pizza. Alright, so the next stop in our tour of New York City is Central Park. Here we are. The very interesting thing about Central Park is that before it was called Central Park, it was actually called Left Hand Park. And it was because it was on the far left side of Manhattan, and it never really had a very good ring to the name of it. So one day someone was like, well, what if it was called Central Park? Well, Central Park didn't really make sense if it's on the left-hand side of the island. So they started taking all of the trash in the city and they threw it into the Hudson River, and they just kind of stacked it to the ocean floor, the river floor, and they like got it so it was secured in there. And so like they just stacked it up and then they paved over it, and then the park eventually was in the center of the island. Not a lot of people know that. It's definitely something that like I wouldn't be very proud of as someone who thought of that idea, but I mean, Central Park is a pretty great name. So I mean, on the one hand, if you're living on the west side, you're just living on a bunch of trash. But on the other hand, Central Park has such a great name now. So.
Your story.
Catching a cyclone? Big shit. Deuces. This is going to conclude the New York tour for the day. We're still going back to Bushwick. We found it! We found it! The time we've been looking for. There's hope after all. How do you feel? Grateful. It's all good. Hashtag blessed. We're back in Bushwick. And you know, the funny thing about Bushwick is that it used to be a massive bush in the grass. And they just burnt it down by putting a wick in the top of it. It just burnt down and now it's a city. So
True story.
True story. It's crazy. Now we're gonna go get burgers. Burgers?
Starving.
Starving. It's an Asian fusion burger place. I haven't tried it before. Looks good. My God. that just shot off to over there. Oh my god. Yeah, it knocked over. So, we're home. It's way later now. Way later. Way later. We went to this cool hip restaurant, but now we're home. We've got a 12-pack of PBR and some fancy beers, and the neighbors are lighting off fireworks in their tall grass. Honey, it knocked over and was shooting into the grass. I think Ozzy's here, or else we'd all be fucked. Oh, I thought they were done, but they're not, and it's like 12 o'clock now. That's really loud.
They knew Ozzy was in town.
Pretty late right now, and I'm gonna call it a night. It's about 12 o'clock. I just hit 12 o'clock right now. I'm gonna call it a night. I had a pretty good day in Manhattan today. I haven't really like gone around Manhattan and like seen all of the touristy sort of locations. And it was really nice, kind of just going around and just walking through the city that I live in and just exploring. It was really cool. I was really stoked with that. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, baby.